The crash had torn half the forest apart. Smoke curled from the twisted metal of the escape pod, now half buried in red dirt. Commander Rex stumbled out, coughing, bruised and dazed. But alive, he wasn't alone. Something shifted in the shadows. Reached for his sidearm, eyes narrowing. But instead of a threat, he found her an alien female barely standing. Armor cracked. Skin shimmering like starlight. Silver blue, flawless, glowing faintly under the twin suns. She looked up at him with wide violet eyes. Her lips parted as if she was about to speak. Then she collapsed. Rex didn't think. He ran to her, knelt down, and reached out the moment. His hand touched her shoulder her body jolted. She gasped A breathless, sharp sound, and her eyes rolled back. Her knees gave out completely. She collapsed into his arms like all strength had vanished. What the hell? Hey are you okay? She twitched her body trembling softly against his. Chest her lips moved. Barely double quotes single quotes touch me again. I can't move not after that Rex froze. She wasn't bleeding No signs of paralysis. Yet her limbs stayed limp. He looked down Her breathing had quickened face flushed. And she clung to his uniform with trembling fingers. I didn't mean to hurt you, Rex muttered, trying to lay her gently. Down. What did I do? You touched me. No one's ever touched me like that, she whispered. Not even my own kind. Her voice sounded more like awe than fear. A beat past her eyes fluttered open again. What species are you? Human, he replied. From Earth. Her pupils dilated. She licked her lips slowly, deliberately. So it's true. Humans can activate us. Activate? She leaned closer to his ear. Her breath was warm. We're bred for power. Beauty. Control. But no matter how strong we are, only humans can unlock our true energy. That touch, it wasn't supposed to happen unless unless we were She trailed off, biting her lip. Unless what? Bonded. He blinked. Lady, I just tried to stop you from falling on your face. You touched my core through my armor. No male of my kind ever dared. It felt like something inside me opened. She tried to sit up. Failed. Her chest rose and fell faster. Does your entire species do this? Or just you? He sighed. Look, I'm just a pilot, not some damn space lover boy. But the way she stared at him, like he had done something forbidden, something dangerous, something thrilling. Her voice dropped, soft teasing. Your fingers brushed my armor. And I lost all control. What would happen if you touched me again? Without it. He blinked hard. Was this really happening? She smirked, then her body stiffened suddenly. A flash of blue energy pulsed through her veins. Visible for a brief second beneath her translucent skin. Rex stepped back. What now? Her eyes went wide with terror. No. They felt it. Who? The hunters, she whispered. My clan. They've been watching. Waiting. They know I've been touched by a human. And that's a bad thing? It's punishable by death. Or worse. Because if they find out what I am now, they'll tear me apart to study the bond. What bond? I barely touched you. She grabbed his wrist. Her hand was trembling. Please. Don't leave me. They'll come for me tonight. And I still can't move. Not until you finish what you started. Finish. What? Her lips curved into the faintest smile. You touched my armor. But my skin is still untouched. Everywhere else. A sudden loud crack echoed from the trees. Something was out there. Getting closer. Watching them. And she whispered again. Softer this time. Touch me again, human. Or they'll take me before I ever learn how far your hands can go. Question for the audience to answer in comments. Should he touch her again? Or will one more stroke awaken something even more dangerous inside her? Asterisk. The jungle didn't breathe. It listened. Rex crouched low beside the alien beauty, eyes sweeping the thick trees. The cracking sound was gone now, replaced by a deep, unnatural silence, the kind that warned predators were near. She trembled, her body still unable to rise. "You still can't move?" he whispered. She looked up, voice barely audible. "No. But I can feel you." He blinked. "What does that even mean?" "I don't know, but when you're near me, my chest gets tight. And when you're not, double quotes, her hand flinched weakly toward his boot. "I feel empty. You're not making this easier," he muttered, scanning the shadows again. She smirked, a little playful now. "I wasn't trying to make it easy. I was trying to make it real." He turned back to her, jaw clenched. "Listen, I don't care what weird alien biology you've got going on, but I'm not leaving you behind." A beat passed. She tilted her head slightly. "Then carry me, human." Rex sighed. Her voice dropped. "Or do you only lift alien women when you accidentally make them melt?" He bit his lip. "You're enjoying this." "Not yet." He knelt beside her, slipping an arm behind her knees, the other around her back. As he lifted her, her body pressed against him, soft and warm. Her breath hitched. His grip tightened. "Careful," she whispered in his ear. "If you touch me there again, I might forget how to breathe too." "I'm trying not to drop you," he growled. But if you do, will you catch me the same way?" Suddenly, a rustle. Sharp. Too deliberate. Rex spun around, eyes narrowing on a shimmer in the trees. "Something's following us." Her voice tensed. "I told you. They can smell the change in me." "What change?" She hesitated. "If you touch one of our kind. In that way. Our bodies begin to shift. Bonding starts in the nervous system. Pleasure awakens dormant genes. It's why we're kept untouched." "You're telling me I accidentally I'd evolved you?" "I'm telling you," she said. "You unlocked me. And now they want to erase you before you unlock more." He exhaled. "Great. Sexy." Glowing alien turns into target practice after one accident. "Accident?" she teased. "So you didn't enjoy it?" Rex shook his head, adjusting her weight in his arms. "Let's just find shelter before your space stalker X's show up." "My kind doesn't do X's, only permanent claimings." He paused. "Claimings?" Her eyes locked with his. "When one touches us in a certain way, and we react. That moment binds us." "Well, crap." She smiled again. "You touched me. I reacted, so now I'm yours." Another sound closer this time. A low, almost mechanical growl. "Hold that thought," Rex muttered, stepping over tangled roots. "We need cover." They moved toward a cluster of sharp rock cliffs. A narrow crevice yawned open like a cave mouth. Dark, but safe. He slipped inside with her still in his arms. The moment they were out of the sun, the temperature dropped. She shivered. "Your body is so warm. I'm human. We burn hot." Her arms slowly curled around his neck, "Then burn me again." He turned toward her. "Seriously, do you flirt during every alien invasion?" "I've never been invaded like this before." Their eyes locked again, tension thick, charged, but unfinished. He cleared his throat. "Just rest. We'll move again once it's dark." She didn't reply. Instead, she leaned her head against his chest and whispered, "If they find us before you finish what you started, they'll tear us apart. So human, if I beg you tonight." Her breath tickled his collarbone. "Will you finally touch me where no one else dared?" Question for the audience to answer in comments. If she begs, should he give her what she wants, even if it might change her forever? Night fell fast on this planet. But not fast enough. The cave walls seemed to pulse with her breath, soft, slow, shallow. She rested curled against Rex's side, her eyes half closed, her hand dangerously close to the inside of his thigh. Can feel them moving, she murmured. Not your kind, mine, the trackers, the ones sent to claim what's been touched. Rex didn't blink. You said they'll kill me if they find us? She nodded slowly. Or worse, they'll use you. Use me, tear us apart just to see what your hands awakened. He stared at her, heart thudding. And what did I awaken? She looked up at him with a smirk. You want a scientific answer? Or the one that made my thighs shake? He exhaled sharply. Keep your thighs out of this. Too late, human. She slowly dragged her finger across her own collarbone. Her skin shimmered where she touched it. You see this glow? It only happens during a first bond. It means, I single quotes M. open. To what? To more, she whispered. He turned away, jaw tight. You're trying to distract me. She leaned closer, her lips near his neck. Am I succeeding? Just then, a distant hum. Low menacing approaching. He stood alert. Stay here. But she grabbed his wrist again, her grip stronger now. No, take me with you. I'm not as helpless as I look. You couldn't walk 20 minutes ago. She rose shakily, her legs wobbling, but her voice steady. I couldn't walk after what you did. That's different. He stared, she smiled. You're not the first male I've met, human. But you're the first one who made me forget how to stand. Another sharp crack echoed from the trees. This time, closer. Rex grabbed his weapon. Okay, no more teasing, no more flirting, just survive. She pressed up behind him, hands against his back. No more teasing? That's a shame. I was about to ask if you kiss like you touch. He spun around, half in frustration, half in disbelief. You're insane. No, just bonded, she whispered. And then a flash, a blur. Something burst through the cave entrance, metallic. Fast, a hunter-class drone with glowing red eyes and curved spikes along its sides. It scanned the cave. Locked on Rex, a second glow flared on her chest. No, she gasped. It senses the bond run. But it didn't move toward her. It charged Rex. He fired twice. It barely flinched until she stepped forward, barefoot, trembling, glowing brighter now. And the drone paused. She lifted her hand, and for a moment, her entire body pulsed with energy. The drone short-circuited mid-step. Sparks flew. It collapsed with a thud. Rex stared. You just fried it with your... What, your emotions? She turned to him, panting, eyes wide. And grinning. No, with the connection you started. You mean my touch? Yes, she said. I'm a weapon now. And you're the trigger. Rex swallowed hard. So, what happens if I pull it again? She stepped closer, dragging a finger down his chest. Maybe I explode. Or maybe I melt all over again. He opened his mouth to reply, but a voice echoed outside the cave, deep, unforgiving. Return they. Bonded female. The human will be erased. Her face went pale. They found me. Rex turned to her. What now? She looked at him with a mix of fear and something else. Desire. If I beg you, will you claim me completely before they do? Question for the audience to answer in comments. Should Rex give in to her plea and fully claim her, even if it means making her unstoppable and forever his? Asterisk, the cave pulsed with pressure. Not from wind, but from something older. Something watching. Outside, the hunter's voice echoed again. Return her. The human has tainted the sacred bond. Inside. Her body shook. But not from fear. From something deeper. I'm not going back, she whispered, stepping closer to Rex. Her skin shimmered brighter, now glowing, like starlight beneath a thin layer of sweat. You saw what happened when I touched you, Rex said. That's why they're here, she nodded. Because they're afraid I'll beg you to do it again. Rex's throat dried. She reached for his hand, slowly, gently, placing it right above her heart. Her voice dropped to a whisper. My kind can't access full power alone. Our energy was designed to match, only with a human's touch. Her skin beneath his hand pulsed, warm, alive. I'm not sure what I'm unlocking, Rex said. You could blow up this entire planet, she smirked. Then let me explode. In your arms. He pulled his hand away. We've got a problem outside. She stepped closer. You've got a problem inside too. He turned, trying to focus, trying not to stare at the way her body moved now fluid. Confident, still wearing half-shattered armor like it was part of her skin. You're walking better. She gave a sly smile. Maybe I just needed a stronger reason to stand. Another pulse hit the cave. Rock dust rained from the ceiling. A voice different from before cut through the air. Deeper, sharper. We sense your bond. Do not test our patience. Her fingers dug into Rex's arm. That voice, it belongs to my father. What? She looked at him, breath catching. He's the one who ordered me to stay untouched. To remain pure. To serve as a vessel, not a woman. Rex frowned. So he's mad because his daughter finally figured out what it's like to be wanted? No, she said softly. He's mad because I'm not supposed to feel, or choose, or react the way I did when you touched me. Her fingers brushed Rex's jaw. I lost control, human. I gasped, moaned, melted, and he felt every moment of it through the clan link. You're serious? She stepped in again. My gasp shamed him. My pleasure made him weak. That's why he's here, to end it. Another voice joined the first. Robotic. Cold. The bond must be severed. The human must be erased. Prepare the vessel. Rex turned toward the cave. Entrance. They're about to break in. She turned too. And then, without warning, she kissed him. Not soft, not gentle, desperate, hungry, the moment their lips touched. A jolt ripped through both their bodies like lightning fused with warmth. And fire. Her body arched into his. And her eyes glowed white for a split second, then silence. Outside. The voices stopped. Her breathing slowed. She stepped back, dazed. That kiss, she said breathlessly, completed the second stage of the bond. There are stages now. Rex muttered. She smiled wickedly. Yes, the third is much lower. Before he could ask more, the cave entrance shattered. Metal shards exploded inward, and in stepped the tallest figure Rex had ever seen, wrapped in armor forged from bone and light. Her father. His eyes locked on Rex. You've corrupted her. Rex stepped in front of her. I didn't do anything she didn't want. Her father raised a gauntlet energy building. Then prepare to be unmade. Rex raised his weapon. You first, Daddy Glowstick. The two stood, face to face. And behind them, her voice rose softly. Before you kill each other, someone better finish what they started. Question for the audience to answer in comments. Should Rex take her right in front of her father, to complete the bond and claim her forever? The air cracked between them. Rex stood still. Eyes locked on the glowing titan before him. Her father's voice boomed, full of fire and disgust. Step aside, human. She belongs to the Dominion. She was never meant to be touched, let alone by something as primitive as you. Rex's grip on his weapon tightened. Funny, he said, not blinking. She didn't sound primitive when she begged me for more. The alien general's eyes glowed, white-hot rage simmering behind them. But she laughed. Soft, wicked, like a storm enjoying the rain. That's what this is about, isn't it? She said, stepping from behind Rex. You're not here because I bonded. You're here because I enjoyed it. Her father growled. You disgraced your bloodline. No, she whispered. I finally used it. She moved closer to Rex, standing by his side, her body pulsing brighter with every heartbeat. Her skin shimmered like stars beneath skin, and when she looked up at him, there was only one thought in her eyes. Desire. Double quotes do it. She whispered, complete the third stage. Rex raised a brow. Here? Right now? She leaned in, lips brushing his. Here. If you do it in front of him, our bond becomes irreversible. He can't break it. He can't touch me again. I'll be yours fully, forever. He hesitated. Her voice dipped lower. And you'll be the first human in galactic history to claim a highborn daughter. In every way. Her father raised his hand again. Don't you dare. But Rex dropped his weapon and pulled her into his arms. Their mouths collided with heat, need, madness. The cave flickered with energy as her body lit up under his touch, brighter than ever before. She gasped, again and again. I can't even move after you. Her body shook violently and she collapsed against him. But this time, it wasn't weakness. It was evolution. Her back arched. A wave of blue energy blasted from her spine, hitting the cave walls. Rocks cracked. Her armor melted into her skin like liquid silver. She moaned loud, uncontrolled, and shameless. Her father stepped back. No, it's too late. She opened her eyes, glowing. Fierce, different, powerful. She hovered an inch off the ground now, floating, trembling. Her body reborn. Rex stared, breathless. What the hell did I just awaken? She turned toward him, smiling slowly. The third stage is done, she said. Now I'm bonded, enhanced, and completely yours. Her father growled, stepping forward again. You'll regret this, human. She lifted a hand casual, and, with a flick of her fingers, her father flew back and slammed into the cave wall, pinned there by an unseen force. She didn't even blink. Rex blinked instead. Well, damn. She floated back down, landing gracefully in front of him. She took his hand gently this time. Do you see now? She whispered. Your touch didn't ruin me. She smiled wider. It unleashed me. Rex stared at her, his fingers still wrapped in hers. Outside, more voices echoed. More warriors, more enemies. But she didn't look worried. She looked hungry. Ready for the fourth stage? She asked with a wicked glint in her eyes. Rex raised a brow. How many stages are there? She pulled him close, her breath tickling his lips. Enough to make you forget every other woman in the galaxy. Question for the audience to answer in comments. Should they escape now? Or should she show him what the fourth stage of bonding really feels like right there in the heat of danger? Rex wasn't breathing, or maybe he was. But not like before. She stood in front of him now, floating an inch above the ground, silver skin glowing, curves outlined by living light, eyes burning like two violet stars. All because of him. His touch. His kiss, his bond. And she hadn't even shown him the fourth stage yet. He exhaled hard. You're something else. She stepped forward, body humming with energy. I'm still me, Rex. Just enhanced. Enhanced? He asked. You melted your armor with a moan. What happens if I touch you again? Her smirk deepened. Touch me, she whispered, and I might melt the mountain. Another warning echoed from outside the cave. More hunters. More voices, more weapons locking on. Rex turned toward the entrance. We need to run. She grabbed his hand, firm, hot, certain. No, she said. We need to finish this. If we flee now, they'll chase us forever. But if you take me to the fourth stage. He blinked. Let me guess, I glow too? She leaned in close, lips brushing his. You become more. He hesitated. What does that even mean? My kind were made to unlock our power through pleasure. But the human we bond with gains it too. Rex raised an eyebrow. You're saying if I... She didn't let him finish. Instead, she pulled his hand up and placed it flat against her bare waist. No armor. No barrier. Just skin. Her eyes fluttered, and then the cave exploded with light. Not heat, not fire. Pleasure. He felt her shudder against him. Saw her lips part. Felt the tremor from her spine flow into his hand, through his wrist, through his chest, and then he collapsed to his knees. His body screamed. But not in pain. It was like 1,000 volts of warmth hit him all at once. She knelt with him, panting. You felt that, didn't you? He gasped. What was that? The fourth stage, she whispered. Our energies are now syncing. We share strength, memory, touch. He looked up. I felt your thoughts. She nodded. And I felt yours, she said, biting her lip. You're a lot dirtier than I expected. He tried to stand, legs shaky. Give me a break. You moaned my name while glowing like a dying star. She helped him to his feet, holding him close. Outside, the hunters were preparing to storm the cave, but inside she turned toward the wall, raised her hand, and blasted it open with a beam of silver fire. Whoa, Rex whispered. She turned, smiling. Told you. More. They ran through the smoking wall, escaping into the night jungle. The leaves trembled as they passed, reacting to her presence. Trees bent. Light danced around her like a living aura. She wasn't just stronger. She was changing the world around her. She grabbed his hand again as they ran, and he felt it every breath she took, every thought she had, like whispers in his bones. She stopped suddenly. He turned back. What is it? She closed her eyes. They're setting a trap. 1/2 mile north. They think we're heading for the river. You can sense them? She nodded. I can feel fear. Lust. Violence. It's all loud now. She opened her eyes again. But yours? Her voice softened. Yours is the only mind that whispers. He stepped closer and kissed her. Deep. Slow. Hungry. Their bodies lit up again. The jungle around them shimmered. As if reality was trembling. She broke the kiss, dazed. Rex. Yeah? If you kiss me again like that, I might skip to Stage 5. What happens at Stage 5? She stepped back with a wicked grin. You stop being human. Question for the audience to answer in comments. Should Rex risk everything and let her take him to Stage 5, even if it means giving up being human forever? Rex stared at her, his heart thundering, his hand still warm from the last touch. You're serious, he said, barely breathing. If I let you take me to Stage 5, I stop being human? She nodded slowly, but her eyes weren't scared. They were hopeful. It doesn't mean you lose yourself, she whispered. It means you become more, with me. He took a shaky step back. Why me? Why me of all people? She stepped forward. Because only a human can unlock our final form. And only you made me feel like I wanted to be touched. Not claimed, not ordered, not owned. She paused. Eyes softening. You made me ask. That hit harder than he expected. But before he could speak, the trees around them shimmered. Crack. Something massive stepped through. Not a drone, not her father. Something worse. A highborn sentinel 12 feet tall, armored in pulsing crimson. Plating, eyes like suns behind a skull mask. Her voice dropped. They sent it to erase the bond. The sentinel raised a hand. Surrender. This bond is unnatural. This fusion must be purged. Rex raised his weapon. Pointless, he knew. But she stepped in front of him, body glowing like a living storm. I choose him, she said loudly. I choose this, the sentinel growled. Then burn with him. It fired, but she was faster. She raised her hand and the blast curved. Reality bent. It wasn't just power now. It was something deeper. Something alive between them. Her skin flared with every thought Rex had. His fear became her armor, his rage, her fire, his desire. Her fuel. She turned to him. I can't win without you. He stepped forward. Then take me, she blinked. Are you sure? He pulled her close, forehead to forehead. I've never been more sure. Her lips trembled. Stage 5 only works if we do it at the same time. Both giving in. Completely. He smiled. Then count to 1. And just like that, they kissed again, but this time, it wasn't a kiss. It was surrender. It was ignition. Their bodies lit like stars. Energy exploded outward in waves of color silver, violet, gold sweeping through the jungle, flattening trees, freezing time for a single breathless second. The Sentinel shattered. Literally. Molecules undone. And at the center of the crater, they stood. Floating. Two beings, not quite human, not quite alien. Bonded. Her armor had fused with her body, sleek and glowing, and Rex's skin shimmered with new veins of light, his eyes now a mix of human brown and deep nebula. Purple. He looked down at his hands. I feel everything. She smiled. So do I. Their minds were now one, their hearts synced. In their bodies, still very much wanting. She floated into his arms, breathless, lips teasing his ear. We're alone now. Not for long, he smirked. Stage 6? Her fingers traced his chest slowly. No, she whispered. Stage infinity. Final question for the audience to answer in comments. Would you risk your humanity for love? If one touch could change the galaxy,